All right, it's time. Tonight I'm reviewing the 2024 Robert Eggers vampire film Nosferatu. Before we get into it, here's where you can see it. You can go. I'm not going to even do that because the review would be 8 hours long if I did it in that voice, but here's where you can see it. Okay, Nosferatu. So I waited a little while before I did this video. I know it was all the rave when it came out, but I felt like it's maybe time for me to talk about it here. I'm going to tell you guys right out of the gate, I don't love this movie as a horror film. I appreciate what it is as a film, and it is a really good movie, but it just was not my jam. I think what happens with this movie is Robert Eggers set out, and he is incredibly loyal to source material and period. And he set out to make a modern version of the 1920s version of this film. And I respect him for that. All the details about how this was shot, it was made for a budget of $50 million, which is incredibly impressive when you see what was produced on the screen. But for me, there wasn't enough of an emphasis on the horror. It's not a very scary movie at all. I mean, that opening clip, there's a couple of scenes in here that are pretty cool. I personally did not love Count Orlok's look in this. I know a lot of people did. For me, it wasn't it. I understand why he did it in the research, where he wanted him to look like a period accurate nobleman who was dead. And I think he accomplished that with the hat and the mustache and all that stuff. Just for me, the guy didn't have any fangs, man, and that was kind of a big deal for me. Interesting fact about Nosferatu is the original one, this almost didn't exist, because the original one was a blatant, let's not bullshit ourselves, it's a blatant ripoff of Dracula. But when it came out, Bram Stoker had died at that point, but his widow was still alive, and she raised all sorts of hell, and the studio said to destroy all copies of the movie before it was ever released. But fortunately, some were retained, and they got out into the world as the years went by, and hence it was, Max von Schreck, or whatever his name was, and because of that, this film exists. Again, this is a good movie. I can't deny that. It just is a horror film for me, and with the source material, I was really hoping for something super freaking creepy, and I didn't really get it on this one. Grade-wise, as a film, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I can't deny it's an awesome movie, and visually it's beautiful, but just not my cup of tea. So that's all I'm saying about Nosferatu. You absolutely need to watch it because it is relevant to modern horror. But until next time, stay weird. Thank you for watching me, and I will see you tomorrow for another horror review.